Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you are watching the pre-market show. So let's see how the US markets have ended yesterday and today's market. There's a lot of data which is going to be acting in the market today. Yesterday's European inflation data is there, and alongside we have the data for the Indian GDP, which came at 4.1 percentage, slightly below expectation of 4.2 percentage, and so all these things will be acting out today in the market. So we have to keep an eye out in the market for that, and let us look into the charts. So let us see how the SGX Nifty is trading right now. It is trading at 16,580 levels. So that is something, it indicates almost 20 points of gap up in SGX Nifty. So let us see how the things work out in SGX Nifty. So that is uh, almost, if you look at the 5-minute chart, you'll see SGX Nifty had made a bottom of around 16,418. That is almost close to 16,400. So the gap we were talking about, the gap filling in Nifty, the gap has already been filled in SGX Nifty because of the US markets were hugely down, but now it is since the US futures are up, we are seeing some kind of up move in the Nifty. So Nifty levels, you can see that Nifty was very volatile yesterday, and so right now it is indicating 579 as opening, 20-point gap up in SGX Nifty. So the fall in SGX Nifty last night was due to the US market. So US markets is, if you can see the charts, I'll show you. SGX Nifty, Nasdaq and Dow Jones all ended in the red. So this is more prominent in Dow Jones. You can see it opened with a gap down, that the markets recovered, taking out the day's high, and then uh, again it fell towards the end, and that is why it is indicating almost 0.6 percentage down is Dow Jones, what we can see. So but now the US futures have recovered, so now you can see that the futures, S&P 500 0.36 percentage in the green, Nasdaq by 0.2 percentage in the green, and Dow Jones is also 0.5 percentage in the green. So these things are in the green. That is why we are seeing a positive opening in SGX Nifty. And talking about the Asian markets, Japanese market is up, but Hang Seng market is down 0.9 percentage. Again, Korean markets are up 0.6 percentage, and Chinese markets are down by 0.26 percentage. So again, a mixed markets all over Asia is what we can see. So nothing much there. Since the US markets are higher, we can see that is impacting the markets in SGX Nifty. So SGX Nifty is indicating higher to almost flat opening is what we can expect. Talking about crude oil, the crude oil prices are now at a reasonable range. It has come back into the zone of $115 to $95, which zone we were tracking for many days. So it made a high of $120 yesterday, but now it is back to the range, which is again a good to see for, and this is going to be impacting positively for the Indian economy. That is something good. The US VIX fell by 1.3 percentage. Now it is around 26, so it is at least below 30, which is good, but it has to come down below 20 to get some amount of comfort in the market in terms of volatility. But India VIX has shot up almost 2.5 percentage. It is at 20.4 is where India VIX is trading currently. So that is how the things look at present. The dollar index is again inching higher, so 101.8. So maybe it has taken a bottom over here and now it is reversing, but which is again not a good sign. Dollar index should come down below 100 so that the markets can trade firmly in the green. And USD INR is at the same level of 77.5 for many days, so nothing much happening over there. We're talking about the Indian market. The banking sectors are very poor. It fell by almost 1 percentage yesterday, and things look very bearish in Bank Nifty right now. So Bank Nifty has a major resistance created at 36,000. The markets tried to break that, but it could not. But now yesterday's moves were very violent in Bank Nifty. It had a huge range. It traded from 35,288 to 35,881. So almost a 600-point range in Bank Nifty yesterday. So yesterday's high and low, so 15,300 on the downside and 15,800 on the upside will act as a major support and resistance for Bank Nifty today. And talking about OI, it is also indicating the same thing. The 36,000 is going to act as a very, very strong resistance for Bank Nifty, and also more amounts of call have been written than puts. The PCR indicates 0.7 in Bank Nifty, so that means the markets are in a bearish trend. So you can see that the puts are very, very less. The highest amount of put buildup is at 35,000, but which is significantly way lesser than the amount of calls being written at 36,000. So that is, and also huge amounts of call addition has been done on Bank Nifty after the huge fall yesterday. So yesterday's fall, if you can see the last half an hour, the fall was absolutely huge. The markets fell from 35,700 to 35,300 is again a major fall in Bank Nifty last half an hour. Now this can be attributed to some kind of MSCI rebalancing where the FIIs, because if you see the figures of buy and sell value, it's 46,000 and 45,000 crore. Although net figure is just 1,000 crore negative, but these figures are huge, which indicate that the FIIs, some of them were buying or some of them were selling in huge quantities, and that is why in the all large cap stocks, yesterday's I show you that some large cap stocks like TCS, you can see the huge amounts of candles, green candles. Titan, it shot up so much in the last half an hour. Then Kotak Bank, it fell so much in the last half an hour. HDFC Bank, again HDFC, the same thing, it fell. So some sectors had fallen, some stocks have made a new high on the last half an hour of trade. So this is again in huge quantities. So this is could be attributed to the FIIs rebalancing their portfolios and allocating different amounts of funds to different stocks in India. So we talked about Bank Nifty. It looks very, very bearish. So the IT index has to outperform today. Otherwise, the Nifty will not be able to scale higher. The IT index, if it does not move higher today, we can have more bearishness coming into the market, because right now Bank Nifty seems to be not performing at all. This is how the things look like. Talking about Nifty again, yesterday's high and low will be important. So on a 5-minute time frame, you see that around yesterday, the day before yesterday's low of 16,508. So let's take it around number. 16,500 is going to act as a strong support, and on the upside 16,700 has been established as a strong resistance for the last couple of days. So these two ranges is where the Nifty should trade between, and if either is broken on the upside or downside, we can expect a further move on that direction. On the upside, if 16,700 is broken, we can expect the market to take resistance around 16,800 to 850 zone on the upside, and on the downside 16,400 seems like a very, very important support area for Nifty. So if there is the 16,500 range is broken, the markets can come down another 100 points to fill the gap which was created, as you can see on 30th May, when the market gapped up almost more than 100 points, 150 points. So that is how Nifty looks like today. So let us see how the markets end today. So talking about the economic calendar, we only have one thing to look into, that is the European unemployment rate, which will be announced around 2:30 p.m. So it is expected at 6.8%. Let us see where it comes, the actual unemployment rate in the Europe area. So that is the only data for today. So US markets, after being closed for 3 days, we will be looking at the US markets, how it trades today, and how the things look like over there. And these important data which I announced, Indian GDP data and all those, will be affecting the markets today. So let us see the markets, how it reacts to these data and things like that. But towards the end, we are seeing again the huge sell-off after 2 p.m. and it aggravated after 3 p.m. so that it came back again yesterday. So the day before yesterday, it was not there. We thought that the June series will be different from the May series, but it seems to be again recurring. The same theme has been back. We are seeing a fall towards the end. So keep your stop losses tight if you're trading intraday, especially post 2 p.m. because the markets are usually on a downtrend. after 2 p.m. So it takes huge directions. Either so some days it takes the uptrend, but most of the days it takes the downtrend, but it is never stable is what we see after 2 p.m. So that is a word of caution. And let's see what other important things which is announced today, any major news and all. So all those will be discussed at 11:15 p.m. for the post market show. So with that, I will end the video here. Thank you for watching.